Okay, so get this right. Today we're diving deep into something, well, especially for all you dreamers out there in Georgia thinking about starting a business.
Right.
We're going to be talking about LLCs.
LLCs.
You know, that legal thingamajig that can really, like, protect you when you're out there in the business world.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's be real. Setting one up can feel like, I don't know, trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded.
It can be intimidating, yeah.
It can be intimidating, can be expensive. But what if I told you there might be a way to get an LLC in Georgia for absolutely nothing?
Free.
Yeah, free.
Wow.
We've been digging around and found some pretty interesting info specifically for Georgia entrepreneurs. So ready to unpack this whole LLC thing?
Right. Yeah, let's break it down.
All right, so first things first, what exactly is an LLC? I mean, we hear the term thrown around a lot, but can you give us like the layman's terms version?
Sure. So an LLC, it stands for Limited Liability Company, and it's basically a way to structure your business that provides, like you said, that personal liability protection.
Nice.
You know, separating your personal assets from your business dealings. A lot of people get confused by the whole limited liability part, but
Yeah, it sounds kind of legal and jargony.
it does. It does. Think of it this way. Imagine you're building a house, right?
Okay.
You wouldn't want the foundation to be the same as your living room, would you?
No.
You'd want separate, strong support to hold everything up. An LLC is kind of like that strong foundation for your business. It creates the separate legal entity.
Yeah.
So if anything goes wrong, like let's say your business gets sued or runs into debt, your personal assets, like your house, your car, your savings, they stay protected.
Okay, so it's like a legal firewall between your personal life and your business ventures. That makes a lot of sense.
Exactly.
Exactly. So we get why LLCs are important in general, but why would someone in Georgia specifically want to go this route?
Well, Georgia's actually known for being pretty LLC friendly.
Really?
Yeah. For one thing, there's a good chance for some nice tax advantages.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Depending on how your business is structured, you might be able to avoid getting double taxed on your income, which is a big win.
Yeah, nobody wants to pay more taxes than they have to.
Exactly. And on top of that, we found this website, www.incauthority.com. They claim to help Georgia entrepreneurs form LLCs, get this, for free.
Wait, completely free? How does that even work? What's the catch?
Well, like with anything legal, there are always some requirements you got to meet.
Right.
And in Georgia, one of those is publishing a notice about your LLC in a local newspaper.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
It's basically like a public announcement that you're officially open for business. Now, this can cost a couple $100, but it seems like Inc. Authority has some partnerships with local publications to cover that cost.
So they were like waiving those fees.
Exactly, at least for businesses that qualify.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, so free LLCs sound pretty tempting, but let's be honest. Is it always the best move? What if you're just starting out small, maybe with just a side hustle?
That's where things get a little more, you got to think it through. Yeah.
While an LLC does offer great liability protection and those potential tax benefits, if you're running a very low-risk operation, maybe just selling some crafts online or something,
Right.
a sole proprietorship might be all you need.
Okay, so it depends on the risk level.
It really boils down to your specific situation and how much risk you're comfortable with.
That makes sense. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. But what about, those of us who are thinking bigger, dreaming of expanding beyond Georgia, going national, maybe even global? What then?
I like the ambition.
Ha. Well, you got to dream big.
If you're thinking about going beyond Georgia, you'll probably need to register your LLC in those other states as well.
Ah, I see.
It does add a layer of complexity, but starting with an LLC in Georgia gives you a really solid foundation to build on.
So even if it's free, forming an LLC is a big decision, right?
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
And honestly, one of the biggest mistakes people make is rushing through all the paperwork.
Oh, I can see that happening. They think, oh, it's free. Let's just click, done. But you got to be careful. Accuracy is super important here. Even a small error in your filing could put those liability protections you're after at risk.
So double check, triple check. Take your time.
Absolutely. And if you're not sure about something, it never hurts to consult with a legal professional.
Good advice. Wow, this deep dive has been packed with info.
Yeah.
So for our Georgia listeners, it seems like an LLC could be a really smart move, especially with resources like Inc. Authority out there. But it's not just about it being free. It's about setting up the right legal structure for your business from day one. And as with any big business decision, do your homework right.
Always, always.
It makes me think, what happens when your LLC starts to really take off? How do you handle that growth, the taxes, all of that? Sounds like that's a whole other deep dive waiting to happen.
Definitely something to explore further.
Absolutely. All right, until next time, happy entrepreneuring, everyone.
See you, Herwood.